Howdy guys. While comic books are filled with heroes with amazing powers, there are a whole lot of cool weapons too. Some heroes use guns and swords, while others use somewhat subtler weaponry. Now, some items on this list aren't necessarily weapons used to kill people, but since most heroes don't kill people, I'll be classifying a lot of useful accessories and gadgets as weapons. I'm Rob Mackenzie Lafergie with Top 10 Nerd, and here's my list of top 10 best superhero weapons. Number 10. Green Arrow and Hawkeye's arrows. These are pretty huge, and since both the characters use them in more or less the same way, I'll put them into the same point. Green Arrow and Hawkeye are both pretty much the same hero. A guy who's really good at shooting a bow and arrow, and uses different arrows to achieve different things. Whether they're shooting an explosive arrow at a door, or a net arrow to catch a bad guy, or a grappling arrow to zipline down to a better vantage point, these two have an arrow for pretty much anything. What's that? Where do they keep all these arrows since they just have one quiver? Here's a clip of Hawkeye singing and playing piano.
Promise I can do so much more than just archery.
Number 9. Spider-Man's web shooters. Move over, Tobey Maguire. Spider-Man's webs are a weapon he created. Despite what the first Spidey films would have you believe, Spider-Man's abilities did not let him shoot webs from his wrist. His webbing is his own creation. It's made of a super strong material, kept in cartridges, and ejected from wrist gadgets. Like Wolverine, Spider-Man's mutations alone make him quite strong and agile, and still better than some other superheroes. But his webbing is what makes him A-list. He can use it to swing around the city, to tie up bad guys, to shut up annoying people. The list goes on and on. Without his trusty web shooters, Spider-Man would be pretty boring. Number 8. Batman. Just Batman. All of it. All his stuff. Just bat everything. Batman has pretty much every gadget possible in his utility belt. Whatever problem he faces can probably be dealt with using his various goodies. Whether he's smacking enemies with batarangs, or grappling up buildings with his grappling hook, or of course getting exploding sharks off his leg with shark repellent, Batman wouldn't be much more than a weirdo dressed like a bat otherkin without his awesome gadgets. Number 7. Wolverine's claws. While this Canuck's mutation and natural aggression would normally make him a force to be reckoned with, his true power is unlocked when his natural bone claws are coated in the super strong metal adamantium, allowing him to slice through pretty much anything. It was thought for some time that the retractable claws were purely from the Weapon X program, but it was later revealed that he had his bone claws previous to the experiments. Would Wolverine have been a dangerous dude with his healing factor and claws alone? Absolutely. Does the adamantium make him even stronger? Totes my goats. Number 6. The Eye of Agamotto. The Eye of Agamotto is a weapon of wisdom, which gives Doctor Strange a number of amazing abilities. It allows him to see through disguises and illusions, track various beings by their psychic or magical emissions, weakens mystical beings like the undead or dark arts practitioners, probe the mind of others, create a mystical shield, place things in suspended animation. It even clasps together his other magical item, the Cloak of Levitation. In the movie, it also seems to have been combined with the Infinity Stone of Time, allowing the user to control the flow of time. What I'm saying is the Eye of Agamotto is stupendously useful, and although Doctor Strange's abilities alone are formidable, he's made even stronger with this artifact. Number 5. Iron Man's suit. As we all know, Tony Stark would be nothing without his suit. Sure, he's super smart and he could probably do a lot of good in the world, but doing good work is nothing compared to flying around in an awesome metal suit with explosives in it. Like, come on! Iron Man's suit allows him to fly and withstand gunfire, and comes equipped with a huge arsenal of guns, lasers, and explosives. Considering Iron Man is one of my favorite superheroes ever, I'm slightly biased on this one, but I think most of us can agree that this is one of the coolest superhero weapons out there. Number 4. Thor's hammer, Mjolnir. This may have been your first thought when you saw the title of this video, and honestly it was my first thought too. Mjolnir is a really awesome weapon in terms of power, versatility, and lore. Made of the incredibly strong Asgardian metal Uru, Mjolnir packs one heck of a punch, giving Thor the ability to fly even between planets, as well as giving him, well, a big hammer to smack people with. Thor can also control the hammer in flight, allowing him to throw it and cause it to return to him. While Thor, as the god of thunder, does have a number of abilities outside of the hammer is an integral part of his heroics, and a medium through which he channels a number of his abilities. Mjolnir also opens up some cool writing opportunities, since there's always the question of who could wield the hammer. Number 3. Green Lantern's ring. Green Lantern's ring is of course the most important item in Green Lantern's arsenal. It essentially is his arsenal, and really why would he need anything else? His power ring allows him to create anything he can imagine. It can manipulate energy, light, radiation, even gravity, allowing him to fly through the air and through space. Considering Hal Jordan and the other versions wouldn't even be superheroes without the ring, it's safe to say that it's a rather important weapon. Number 2. The Witchblade. The Witchblade is an ancient artifact that gives those worthy of it great powers, and gives them a living armor that adapts to each threat. When an unworthy person tries to use it, the Witchblade goes, "Ah, hell no," and cuts off their arm. But if one who's worthy tries to wield it, the two form a symbiotic relationship, allowing the user to take advantage of the gauntlet's power. The Witchblade expands across the whole body like armor, and generally in a pretty sexy way. Comic book making women wear sexy armor? Well, I never. Along with the armor, the Witchblade can create a number of weapons and gadgets, including swords, hooks, chains, even wings, and can be used to fire energy blasts or other projectiles. It can also pick locks and heal even the gravest of wounds. It's even been seen to reanimate the dead. Bottom line, if you're worthy of the Witchblade, it can be an insanely powerful weapon. Plus it's hot. Number 1. The Infinity Gauntlet. The Infinity Gauntlet is a weapon that holds the 6 powerful Infinity Gems, each adding power to the gauntlet. The gauntlet, wielded most famously by Thanos, gives the user pretty much omnipotent power, allowing them to bend space and time as they see fit. It's absurdly powerful and a huge plot point in both the comics and the recent Marvel movies. It'll be really interesting to see how it's handled in the films and what implications it will have for the future movies. Now, one important caveat is that the Infinity Gauntlet only works in the universe it's from. Now, I'm predicting that this might be important in taking Thanos down once he arrives in the Marvel movies. That's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, smack that like button and make sure to subscribe for more nerdy videos. If you want to get here nice and early every time, hit the bell icon so you're notified whenever we upload a new video. What's your favorite superhero weapon? Let me know in the comments section, and while you're at it, let me know if you want a part 2. Until next time, I'm Ron Mackenzie Lafergie with Top 10 Nerd. Later, nerds.